guys, it's Beth from Nostalgic Cosplay, and this is my step-by-step video blog of my Silent Hill nurse cosplay progress. Now, there are two different kinds of Silent Hill nurse cosplays out there. First, there's the nurses from the actual video game. They pretty much are just white nurse outfits that are kind of a little bit blood-stained. They have gloves and also have belts, buttons, and are a little bit longer. The ones from the movie are much more skin tight, so skin tight that they're put together with Velcro, and are much more gory. They look almost like they're made out of skin. There's no gloves, no belt. The pattern that I'm using is from a company called Burda. It is pattern 8222. It's pretty much perfect. The only adjustments that you need to do is just make it shorter. If you can't find this pattern, I found it at Joann's. You can get it online. If you can't find this pattern, pretty much just look for anything that's got this sort of collar on it. You can get like a jacket and just extend it so that it's a dress or a shirt. But pretty much you need to make it as close to this as you can. The pattern I got suggested that I use a linen fabric. And this is also pretty handy because it's easy for dyeing and stuff. And so that's what I went ahead and got. Just looks like white cloth to you, I'm sure. I actually got a ton of it. I got 2 yards of it, and I don't need all of that. One thing you want to do when you're making a costume is always get more than you need, because it's always a lot easier to, have a lot more than have not enough. So I got this white linen. Again, at Joann's, just anywhere. And like I said, it's going to be easy for dyeing because I got white, and you can get just any kind of cream or white, but it's not going to be staying that color for long, so it doesn't really matter, as long as it's light color. This is actually a pretty simple cosplay that a newcomer can do, pretty much because you don't have to do any altering. That's normally a problem with cosplay because you have to get something that looks sort of like what your character's wearing and then make it bizarre, because as we know, anime and video game characters always have bizarre clothing. But this is pretty easy because, like I said, just follow it word by word, and it's also marked as very easy. And you just need to make it shorter. However short, you wanna, it goes to the knee, but the Silent Hill nurses are really, really short, but whatever you're comfortable with. So if you've never sewn before, and you've never really dealt with patterns or anything, I guess I'll go ahead and kind of show you everything that it does. Burda actually is kind of confusing because it's a European company, so it's a little strange. But pretty much. Okay. You can't see it here, but these are the sizes. The A and the B is referring to the dress and the top. You can make one or the other. And then you just kind of look up your size and you see how many yards you need. But there's different lengths of bolts of yard. There's 45 inches and then there's 55 inches or 60 inches. Normally, wherever you go, you can ask someone, or it'll say it on the, where is it? Right on there. That's what it'll look like. And it'll say how much it is and see. And I only needed about, what was it? Actually, I don't remember how many yards I got, but anyway, that doesn't matter. Also, it talks about interfacing. Now, what interfacing is stuff that makes things stiff and stay in place, which is like collars, which is what you have. Like when you have a collar, it goes, it stays up. It's because it has interfacing in it. It also can go in cuffs and in belts and like in pants a lot, and so you'll need to get interfacing for that. There's 2 different kinds. This one is fusible. That means you just iron it on and it sticks on there. And there's also interfacing that you sew in there. For this one, you need to get just the fusible kind because it has an iron next to it. and it'll tell you how many buttons you need. Depending on which one you're doing, you'll either need buttons or Velcro. And I also have a McCall's. McCall's and Simplicity, and a lot of the American ones look a lot the same. This one is actually a lot handier because it has measurements on there. You can do your measurements and then see what size you are, and then it tells you how many yards you need. But like I said, always get extra. It also gives you the suggested fabrics. Normally I would try to be as close as possible to whatever the list tells you to get. Honestly, I can't really tell the difference between a lot of the fabrics. You have to just go in the store and feel them, and then of course see if you can match the color. If you can't, that's what dyeing's for. See if you can dye it. If you have any questions, just ask whoever is, whoever is working at the store. They know what they're talking about, hopefully. Well, that's about all I can think about to say about the actual pattern. I will be back in a few days to actually put it together. And you don't need to see that because, like I said, just follow the instructions. And if there's a word or something that you don't understand, a sewing term, that's what the internet is for. Use Wiki. It will tell you what it is. And so I will be back with the next episode with a completely done costume, and I will show you how to dye it and rip it up and make it all scary and creepy and bloody and all the awesome things that the Silent Hill nurses are all about. Okay, bye.